Jake Smith. Welcome to LINEA ROCK.
Buonasera.
So tonight with us is Jake Smith or the White Buffalo?
It's interchangeable. You can say either one and I'll respond. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, you're one of the most talented artists on earth. Not enough people know about. How would you introduce the White Buffalo to the people that actually don't know you, and to the ones that know you but maybe don't know it's you, actually, because they know your music, because they heard it, but they don't know it's exactly the White Buffalo? How would you introduce, who you are? Who is the White Buffalo?
I mean, how would I describe it in my own words? It's a conflicted thing. It's a hard thing to describe because genre-wise, it blurs many lines. It's American music, but it's country music, it's folk music, it's rock music, it's punk music, and other things in between. And hopefully we've kind of created our own sound and our own unique way to perform as well.
Why did it take so long, Jake, to make a live album? Because your concerts are, very intense experiences, I must say. I saw you live, so I know what I'm talking about. And maybe you were afraid not to be able to capture, on a disc, what is the essence of your live performance, or simply this is the right moment because 20 years, it's, a long time, and you wanted to tell your story through a live album.
Yeah, it seemed like it was the right time. We'd been asked many years to come out with a live album because it's very emotional, more probably visceral and powerful and passionate as we perform live than it is that you can really produce on a studio album. So it was just time to do it, kind of, and we had 2 nights that we were going to be in a place that's kind of a second home to us in San Diego, in California at the Belly Up, and we had the right kind of production people, the guy who captured the audio, 2 of the guys are from San Diego as well. It was just kind of everything aligned at the right time. And after so many albums, 100 songs and whatever, we had to do it sooner than later, so it was time.
And did you prefer a specific set list for those 2 nights that were recorded?
Yeah, we played much longer sets than we normally do. Mm-hmm. So it was, normally we'll play 20 songs, 23 songs or something. We were playing anywhere between 25, 28 songs a night, just to have, some of them would be the same song. We would play both nights, and others, then we would have alternates that we would play different songs, just to have some certain takes that you could take if this performance was better or this was better. So was that too much or no? But yeah, we played longer sets, and we were really focused and really took it seriously. And I really wanted it to be as good as it could be. So capture the audience, capture the crowd, capture the performance in a way that, it really feels like you're there, which is really beautiful. I think it came out great.
Florence, Rome, Pordenone, and tomorrow you're playing Milan.
Yes.
Italy loves you, and you love Italy. You also played with Bruce Springsteen in Rome, and that was a huge experience. So Italy adores you, but what do you love of Italy?
I love the food, the scenery, the passion of the people and the culture. It's one of the greatest places on earth. It's beautiful. The people are beautiful as well. So it's hard to say anything bad about it,
So Jake, we mentioned that you played with Bruce Springsteen in Rome, and that was a huge experience. If you want to tell us something about it. And also last night in Pordenone there was Bobby Solo, which is a pioneer of Italian rock, since the 60s. So another huge artist, Italian one, that respects you very much. What I was saying is that you are an artist for artists. Your colleagues often come to your gigs, to absorb emotions and inspiration, which is a privilege, and it's the most difficult thing, actually, to have, the respect of colleagues. Then, of course, you have an audience which is always wider and wider, and also in Italy you're playing every time bigger venues. And the love that you share with your fans is like a religion, something very, very particular. I want you to explain actually both this thing with your feeling and your words, the relationship that you have with the audience and also with other artists that respect you.
Yeah, I mean, performing, if you're trying to be kind of authentically you and uniquely your own art, your own music, your own passion, and people can connect to that. It's really the ultimate goal for a fan base. And we're not a huge pop band or a band that gets played on the radio much. We're a band that often gets people from shows and other people telling about it. It's word of mouth, and it's just a very natural way to increase your fan base. Lucky to play for a lot of it has to do with Bagana and Ricardo, and to get that show with Bruce Springsteen, that was something that I never thought was a possibility, and to be able to get to do that and play at Circus Maximus and play in front of whatever 80,000 people was both an honor and terrifying, but fun at the same time.
And did you meet Bruce?
No.
No, you didn't?
No, apparently,
okay.
No, not an option.
No, okay. You tried?
No, I didn't try. It was apparent that it was not an option.
Okay. A Freight Train Through the Night is such a beautiful title. It's 16 songs that actually tell your story, the story of the storyteller. And give a supreme idea of what the White Buffalo concert is all about, which is like an emotion that runs, on the tracks, and you don't know exactly where it's gonna bring you at. What does the stage mean to you? Is like a mandatory stop or actually a necessity, of your musical journey? And do you identify with your audience as much as they identify with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a circle of energy that happens from the stage to the crowd and then back. And it's this love and energy and passion, and also respect that is a free-flowing flow of energy. And yeah, it's vital. And I try to connect to songs when I'm singing, trying to connect to the lyrics every night, even though if it's something I played 1,000 times, I still have to find ways to stay in it and have every show be that kind of visceral, passionate experience, so people can feel what you're feeling and connect with it.
The time for a song, Wish It Was True. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is actually included on the live album, right?
It is, yeah. And with the live album, we have a deluxe version that came out for streaming, but we're also releasing every single song we've recorded every Friday. So there's, on top of the album, there's more songs that are coming extended till the end of the year as well. We're calling it Freight Train Fridays.
Why this one?
Why this song?
Yeah.
Why?
Why you picked this one for tonight?
It's just a song. It's a emotional song. It's a good story.
Okay.
People seem to enjoy it. So
Great.
Here we go. Try to do right by you, to do what you asked me to, did wrong and I knew. Mother, I try to behave for you. Now I'm a digging grave for you. It was all I could do. everything new, but I wish it was true.
It Was True, White Buffalo, dal vivo nei nostri studi qui a Linea Rock, eccezionale.
Okay, so one listener is asking about the name of the band, the White Buffalo. Has it something to do with the Native Americans, which, you know, the White Buffalo is a symbol of freedom and peace. So is that the reason why you chose that name?
No, it's not. It's not. It was, I just took it on as something it could be greater than the sum of its parts. So it could be a solo act, it could be a band, it could be an ensemble, all kinds of things that could grow into. And my name's Jake Smith, which is a very common American name. But I would almost find it disrespectful to Native Americans and Indians that I would take that, their symbol of hope, for myself. So it's unrelated to that.
But why white? Why
white? Because
the
it's
white buffalo.
Well, the buffalo or the bison is a very American animal, and white is a very rare form of that. So it was something that was a unique thing that I think I'm hopefully creating a unique experience and unique songs.
Going Back Home, va bene? No. Going Back Home?
No, it was another song, Wilco song, right, that you picked.
Yeah, it was. It's called Side for the Seeds.
Okay. We haven't got it.
Yeah, okay, we don't have it.
You don't have it.
We have another song, but okay.
But we have Wilco, so
okay.
So why this band, this song? I mean, inspiring in a sense for you.
Why you picked Wilco? That particular song and that particular album is just a really great album. I think it's a great album, and that particular song I think has a really cool story where he takes kind of natural things, which I often do as well. And put them as metaphors for life and for human nature, but using nature in those terms. And also it's hard to talk about a song that we're not going to play, but yeah, they also added this guitar player, this guy Nels Klein, during that album, which kind of elevated their sound, kind of brought this virtuosic guitar playing to it. Yeah, I really love it. And during the pandemic, it was kind of my album that I would always listen to as well. So.
Some way, live albums are now out of fashion because you have everything on the web, YouTube and so on. And not many bands actually make live albums nowadays. Are you actually a fan of live albums, even if it took 20 years for you to make one? And is there any favorite that you have that maybe you listen to the most, more frequently?
There's a Waylon Jennings live album that I really love, that you can really feel the sweat and maybe the cocaine coming out of it, which is probably my favorite. I think it might just be called Waylon. That's my favorite, but I think people put out live albums these days, but they don't take the care to record them properly and to mix them properly and to really try to capture the true essence. It's often a filler for something, and we wanted to really make it something special.
Say again the title of your favorite one.
Waylon Jennings.
It's a Waylon Jennings live album.
Okay.
I think it's just called Waylon. Also, the Last Waltz by the band.
Okay.
Is one of my favorites, and I prefer the live
78 or 79
performances over the recorded studio versions.
So, Jake, you also included the cover version of House of the Rising Sun on your live album, and that's a staple for you, a song that actually you play live quite often. I mean, when I saw you, you played it.
We did play it? Yeah.
You did. What about this song? What do you feel? No, how do you feel it belongs so much to you? Why you picked that one?
I basically picked that one for the live album. As of doing it, is there was a version that was completely different that was used in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
That had different lyrics. It was a very different arrangement, and so I wanted to create something that was kind of definitively ours. So it's a different arrangement. It's in a different time signature than kind of the Animals version or some of the more traditional versions, and the arrangement's different as well. So I just wanted to make something that was uniquely ours, and have that out into the world.
Now you're going to play another cover song.
Another cover song.
So introduce it for us and tell us why this one.
This is just a song I love. I've played this song a lot at concerts. It's kind of a staple that I've been playing for probably close to 20 years. And again, I've made it kind of my own. It's the Highwayman. It's from a lot of my country music heroes with Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, and Johnny Cash, and I put it into myself. I was a highwayman, along the coach roads I did ride, with a sword and pistol by my side. Many young men lost their Bibles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I'm still alive. And I was a sailor, and I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail and blow. When the odds broke off, they said that I got killed, but I'm living still. And I was a damn dealer, crossed this river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide, in a place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound. but I'm still around, and I'll always be around, 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 around. And I flew a starship across the universe divide. When I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again, or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain. And I'll come back again, 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 and 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 again, and
Fantastico, fantastico. The White Buffalo live negli studi di Linea Rock.
You're so intense. Really, my heart is beating fast. I swear. It comes. Which was your artistic path? Did you start as you're doing, as you did now, singing cover songs, and then you had the inspiration and desire of writing your own material, or you started actually writing songs and then you had the necessity of singing them?
I got a guitar when I was pretty late, when I was about 18 or 19, and after learning only a few chords, I just started writing songs, and they kind of started spilling out of me. I didn't know I could sing, I didn't know I could write, I never wrote journals or poetry or anything like that, and it came quite naturally, and kind of like it was kind of meant to be, that's what I should be doing. And it wasn't until later kind of that I started learning some people's songs, but mostly I've just figured out my own way of kind of telling stories and trying to hit people in the heart.
Before ending this talk, may I ask you a sort of reaction to a song from it's improvising. Okay, Mark Lanegan was a great songwriter, a great American musician, ok? Il brano si intitola Borraccio ed è dal suo album Whiskey for the Holy Ghost del 93. Ascoltiamolo, Mark Lanegan.
Okay, Jake, so which is your reaction to Mark Lanegan?
Yeah, it was cool. I'm not super familiar with Mark Lanegan, but I mean, I like the dynamic of the song and kind of the reason changing tempos, which is kind of odd, but interesting. And you could feel the, kind of some of the heartache in what he's saying. I couldn't understand what he's saying entirely. I always try to make it a point to enunciate so people can understand what the words are, because I think they're important. But yeah, it sounds kind of post-grunge almost, which I know he kind of came from that as well. But yeah, cool. I think it's cool. I'll check it out.
I was wondering if you have a favorite singer or songwriter or both, which is your main inspiration, the one that you look at the most. And you also had a nomination for the Emmy Award, which is actually a huge recognition for a songwriter. Does it make a difference for somebody like you? What does it mean to you having such a thing?
It doesn't. I don't really care about it much at all, to be very frank. Yeah, it's something I've never had much accolades really from a lot of things. I felt like I'm pretty insulary and isolated in my own art and work. It was an honor to get it nominated, and it was cool, and it was kind of a collaborative thing that I did with some other guys from the TV show. it's an honor, but yeah, it doesn't affect me at all. I don't really care either way. But as far as an artist, you know, somebody that, I mean, there's so many singers that I love and so many varied singers. There's people that, I think there's kind of two kinds of singers. There's people that have attitude, and then there's people that are singers. And there's only a few people that have both of those things. So someone like Paul McCartney or Ray Charles or Joe Cocker, or people that have both attitude and technical skills.
USA elections are coming. What do you think about a woman at the White House? Did you think about that? Would be something that actually can be interesting or not as an American?
I mean, if Trump can be elected, I think a woman can certainly be elected. So, yeah, no, I'm totally open. I don't think gender has much to do with being able to run a country. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
For being with us tonight. And we're going to play one last song.
Yes, Drifter. It's okay, Drifter.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, can you introduce it for us?
This song was a couple albums ago. It was off the Widow's Walk, or on the Widow's Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a song about loneliness, about a drifting person that doesn't feel like he belongs or associated with other people, really. So he buries himself in his own misery and booze and whatnot.
Okay, so Jake, tomorrow you're gonna play Magazzini Generali Milano, which is the ultimate invitation for the people listening to come.
Come out and feel it. I mean, it's a roller coaster of a show. We're playing out there with our good friends L.A. Edwards. If you want to come have an emotional experience, you know, some people cry, some people laugh, some people have joy. It's all there. So come out and experience it. It should be a special night.
Okay. Drifter, grazie. Thank you very much for being here. White Buffalo. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jake. Ciao.
Thanks. Thank you.
Drifter.
I'm a dog.